In the Torah, Musa alayhi salam, Moses said, "This is how you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things, and that it was not my idea. If these men die a natural death and suffer the fate of all mankind, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about something totally new, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them with everything that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the realm of the dead, then you will know that these men have treated the Lord with contempt." As soon as he finished saying this, the ground under them split apart, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them and their households and all those associated with Korah, together with their possessions. They went down alive into the realm of the dead with everything that they owned. The earth closed over them, and they perished and were gone from the community. At their cries, all the Israelites around them fled, shouting, "The earth is going to swallow us too." Yesterday, the Ansar of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, the Ansar of the Qa'im of the family of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, the best Ansar on the face of the earth, went out to the four corners of the earth to protest against the false pope and the false papacy, and to give glad tidings of the appearance of the real pope. The Ansar carried the divine message and delivered it to churches and Christians in Ecuador, Venezuela, Mexico, Thailand, the Philippines, Senegal, Germany, the United Kingdom, Australia, the United States, Serbia, Canada, and much more, and most significantly to the Vatican itself. The believers stood in the crowd before the false pope on Easter, the very day meant to commemorate the rise of Jesus alayhi salam from the dead, and they gave glad tidings of the rise of the riser. They raised the banners of allegiances to Allah, the banners of there is no God but God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God, and Ali and the Imams are the proofs of Allah, and the Mahdi and the Mahdis are the proofs of Allah. And less than 24 hours later, a great miracle and sign occurred, a sign no less great than the earth swallowing Korah. The earth swallowed the false pope. He was killed by the mere breath of the believers chanting, "Labbaik ya Abu Sadiq." And the throne of falsehood was shaken. This miracle is no less significant than the one which occurred at the hands of the believers with Joshua the son of Nun alayhi salam, when their mere presence around the walls of Jericho and the sounds of their horns caused the mighty walls to collapse. It is no less important than the miracle of Elijah alayhi salam, who called down fire from the sky to show the people where the truth lies and where falsehood is buried, and say, "Truth has come and falsehood has perished. Surely falsehood is ever bound to perish." God is with us, my believing brothers and sisters. He has made his choice clear, and he has honored us with this great sign. He conquered the usurpers and the appointees of the devil. For the title of Pope is not an ordinary one. The title of Pope is claimed by those who say they are the vicegerent and successor of Jesus Christ alayhi salam. The Pope who sat in the Vatican claimed to be the spokesperson for Jesus, the representative of Jesus, the heir of Jesus, the successor of Jesus, and the divinely appointed voice of Jesus. But all of this is a lie. Jesus alayhi salam appointed his successor in his lifetime, and none has the right to appoint but him. He appointed Simon Peter when he said, "And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." So Jesus alayhi salam named the first of his successors, and he named the last as well, the Comforter. He said, "Therefore I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers. Some of them you will kill and crucify, others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town." He also said, because of this, God in his wisdom said, "I will send them prophets and apostles, some of whom they will kill and others they will persecute." Clearly, Jesus alayhi salam spoke of prophets who would come after him, and he named the chief among them. "Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient," Jesus said, "for you that I go away, for if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you." And there has never been a man in history who claimed to be that Comforter, except the best of all prophets, the master of mankind, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad alayhi wa mahdi wa sallam taslima. He became the inheritor of the messengers, the successor to Jesus, and the father of mankind, the true Pope. And as every prophet did before him, David naming Solomon, Moses naming Joshua, Jesus naming Simon Peter, so too did Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi name his successors. On his deathbed, he dictated to Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam that after him would come 12 imams who would be to him as the disciples were to Jesus, except that they would follow in succession. And after them would come 12 Mahdis, the successors of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. The Mahdi, Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, the remnant of God on earth, Baqiyatullah, is the son of Narjis alayhi salam, a descendant of Simon Peter and of Imam al-Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, a descendant of Muhammad Rasulullah. And so in him is the Jewish blood of the apostles of Christ, the blood of the Christians of Europe, and the blood of the best of creation, Muhammad and Ali alayhim salam. And in the will of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, it is written the first three successors of Imam al-Mahdi are Abdullah, Ahmad, and al-Mahdi. I am Abdullah, the successor of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, the successor of the Comforter Ahmad, the successor of Simon Peter, the successor of Muhammad, the successor of Jesus Christ. I am the true and legitimate Pope. I am the proof upon the Christians. I am the son of the Muslims through my father, and the son of the Christians and the Jews through my mother. I am the son of the East through my father, and the son of the West through my mother. I am like Zulkarnain, who with one horn in the east and one in the west, and I am the inheritor of all that lies between. I am more knowledgeable than any false pope, and I am appointed by name in the will of the prophets. My name is also on the tongue of Isaiah, who prophesied of the righteous servant, and he said, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. According to you, Jesus alayhi salam had no offspring, and his days were cut short. But I am that servant. I am Abdullah, the righteous servant of God. I am also the righteous servant mentioned by Jesus alayhi salam when he said, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all of his goods. And I was made ruler over all his goods. Now, O Christians in the East and the West, hear me and obey. I am a messenger sent to you from Jesus Christ, alayhi salam. Paul is false and led you astray. The church is corrupt and no longer upholds the law of God, nor does it defend the oppressed. The papacy has been stolen and the rightful heir has been pushed aside. There is no one else but me that you are obliged to obey. May God be a witness that I have proclaimed.